No. Let's go back into the game. So yesterday we finished Farmville, Harvest Time, whatever it's called, and we followed the sheriff to his place. I have Zoo with me. Oh, I won one of those. Yeah, so I have Zoo with me, and we're going to check out what's up with the sheriff. Yeah. So let's see. Couches. What a Frankenstein job. These couches were welded together by some low city with no amount of money could convince me to use them. So we're on the low city. No one was using them at that moment. The sheriff had enough time to wake up all the children. Oh. So are the children using shitty stuff? Everything was connected with shared wiring. There was probably a single computer overseeing it all. Okay, Camellia.
Don't come any closer.
You found us. Amazing. But she says please don't come any closer. Where is the sheriff? We call him Kid. He's in the office upstairs. I saw him deleting some stuff from his computer. That means he hasn't escaped. Perfect. We'll enter his office, guns blazing. Where are the other children? Kid told everyone to log out. He was livid, so some kids hid and are waiting for it to pass. They'll come out when they're no longer afraid. Who are you? My name's Camellia. In the game I was known as the Outlaw. Oh, you are the Outlaw. It's good we managed to work things out. You've managed to get here. I feel silly for not entirely believing in you. They didn't give me a chance to go... shit, I forgot. I directly logged out. I didn't go escort her. In Harvest Time, you were the only person who stood up to the sheriff. You tried to run. That took guts, respect. I was terrified, but so wanted to see what's up there. They show off these amazing things in each update, and when Kid wouldn't let us, will I be allowed to see all of Harvest Time now? Yes. Of course, you'll be able to sightsee to your heart's content, and you won't have to hide anymore. She smiled. I have to take care of something. Please be careful with Kid, the sheriff. Don't trust him. Of course I don't. Right. Ah.
Hey,
Are
boss.
you Kid?
That game deck is here.
Oh, this is Ake. The guy's bit the tip of his tongue. I'm gonna start skipping some text because it's a bit tiring. Lots of text. Harvest Time. The fuck you want? The educator and brain fixer. Calm down. Gentlemen, calm down. We only want the kids and the sheriff. You still have all your teeth and unbroken nose, so let's keep it that way. You're free to leave. First, you charge in here, breaking down the door, and now it's all fucking calm down. Every action causes a reaction. Ken winked at me. He was ready to attack. Attack. Fuck it. Enough talk. Let's stun or kill. Not just stun. New aspect rules. How did this give me blue and not red? What? I had to make sure they wouldn't hurt any more children, but I didn't want to kill anyone. Don't you dare get up, asshole. Wait, the sheriff. Chief, you see the sheriff anywhere? Mr. Game Deck. Oh wow, I've never seen anything like that. Only games had those wham bam animation. They had no chance and they're strong and scary, but they were scared of you. Hold on. Wait, I wanted to. He wouldn't listen. He was too excited. You have to go up. He's upstairs. Oh, I'm Stanley, by the way. I mean Tom. I forgot. Oh, nice. I know Stanley. I was afraid. I saved him. I logged him out. You can handle kit 2. You showed them. We knew. Blah, blah, blah. Yell at him. Stanley, focus. He grew a bit sad and fell silent. I could see he was used to harsh order. What does he look like? He's big, much bigger than us. He got long hair and smiles often, but not in a friendly way. Okay. And he's cheeky and skinny and walks fast. And he sometimes talks weirdly, like what's up or see ya, like old people. But what does he look like? Well, I told you. Alright, easy. What kind of hair does he have? Dirty. Where is he? Upstairs. Okay. Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know about the way because we're not allowed in the office, but you've got to be fast. Like a duel in Harvest Time, except in the game, the good guys are always inside and they shoot to defend. Just interrupt him. Thank you, Stanley. I mean, Tom, we're going upstairs now. I don't want to waste much time. The crates had the Nanette Foundation logo on them. They were dirty and covered with dust. My hand stuck at the lid. I looked inside. Cheap vitamins and supplements. They were all questionable origin. Okay, so everything is shitty here. You gonna say anything? No. Sir, there's no one upstairs. Yeah, sure. Yo, Mr. GameDeck, damn, you look the same as in Harvest Time. Lol, no one does that. Why are you staring? It's me, Silly Sally. Silly Sally, were you the one using that letter and digicode? Yep. You know it. It's gonna be another one of those when I say shit and you hear. Okay. It's cool you came, but be careful. Outsiders are fucked here. It's dangerous. You said this place was dangerous. No one comes here cause they want to like ever. They have to be brought up by dog or ache. Dog or ache. Excellent. Okay. A fractal pixel of a 3-dimensional screen. Haxels make a flat screen act like a window depending on the angle of view. One can see different fragments of the 3-dimensional landscape behind the screen. Okay, nice. Just a second. Okay. One time a guy in an anti-G harness wandered here. Dog kicked his ass so hard. You probably dealt with them, alright? Okay. Where's the sheriff? He's upstairs. Where are your parents? I told you that bugging me about that would get you banned. I'll take over, chief. I yet to lose staring match. They are staring. Ah, take a chill pic, Rock. Louvre. You're a regular psycho, aren't you? My folks live up high. They're high city maskers. They're okay, I guess, except for not getting like anything. How are you feeling? Fell on my ass. I was so out of it. But that's like normal. Happens to everyone. Why did you run away? You really hung on up on this. Yeah, my folk nagged me too and like had me do stuff. Worse stuff than dog and ache? Well, no, but my folks had zero trust in me. I'm smart and like, well, supposed to study and look pretty like some trained monkey. And they don't give a shit about me. I checked, get it? They didn't even scream at me when I had some clusterfuck of program on my wall. Just go home. You're in a bad place. You're QQing like a noob. I don't want to. If I go back, they'll never learn. Are you certain? This place is horrible. You guys work to the point of exhaustion. Your parents are surely worried about you. Well, maybe what you're saying makes sense. I'll give you the address. Chief, we'll deal with this later. Yeah. Yeah, we will. Crates. Look inside. Cheap game pill. Nothing else. Nothing else here. Bunk beds. Yeah, some bunk beds where they sleep probably. Let's go up. Are you the sheriff? Are you fucking kidding me? Chief. I know I may look like a total pro, but I've never caught anyone in realum. I mean, not interrogated. Any tips before we go in? First of all, the investigation let us here, but we don't know who's behind this. Let's get the guy who acts as the sheriff in the game, interrogate him and find out what's going on. Vox Populi. I cannot get it. Tell Kent to watch the sheriff. Watch him closely. Try to remember what he say and how. If he lies, he should be consistent. Lying requires a very good memory. That's very smart, Chief. I'll try. I'll leave the talking to you. I'll listen and learn. Hands up, motherfucker. Prepare for justice. Sorry, Chief.
Hey.
I got carried away.
You're out of luck, guys. The boss is gone.
No, it's you. He heard you coming and jumped out of the window. He told me to stay and clean up here. The undercity was over 100 meters below. He couldn't have jumped out of a mushroom window and survived unless it was suicide. It's just some kid. Good you're here. I'll go check on your friends. He headed for the exit. Gathered, stop bullshitting. I know you're the sheriff. A proud smile spread across his face. So I could do this because I stopped him? But I almost convinced you, right? I can even get one over a game deck. Who the fuck are you? A low city kid, like the one downstairs. I'm just not as naive and defenseless as them. Nobody else could have wrapped their head around this idea. The setup was so tight, a fly couldn't squeeze through, whatever that is. He's proud of it. Of course, everything was going great until the punks called the game deck. I see that you believe everything working perfectly here. How exactly does this thing work? Using slave labor. What? Are you going to take all these kids home and take care of them? You and your kind little heart didn't give a fuck until somebody paid you. And they paid you because they're making money. Instead of doing drugs and roaming the walkway without supervision, they're here together learning how to make money. I'm proud of that. They ran away. One kid felt so bad here that she tried to run away. Okay, her plan was strange as she lay here all along, but that screams of desperation. That's right, slave master, and they're so happy. Use your brain, idiot. The kids can leave anytime they want. The door's open. You'd notice that if you had used the handle. And what are they going to do? It's a mushroom. In order to get out, they would have to go down to the undercity, walk among the ruins to the nearest tower and climb to the low city using a ladder. It's damn dangerous. Please, all they need to do is ask. I'll get them a cab and off they go. Yeah, they ran away, but only inside harvest time. They don't want to leave the mushroom. They want to stay and keep playing. What they're doing here. They're brats from the low city. Walk away, we feed them, give them a place to sleep, access to nature, fresh air and fun, no less so. You force them to work, you son of a bitch. You're stealing their childhood. We're gonna kick your ass. Walkways are dirty and dangerous. Kids are starving. Are these childhood where we're stealing from them, pal? Come the fuck on. We teach them to earn and sell their loot. For one, to keep this place going. Buy game pills from the foundation. We're their only chance. Your kids are being forced into loot box farming. In the same way all employers force their staff, we teach them the value of work and they want to stay. They need to earn their keep. It's called child abuse. They're street brats. Do you think they'll do what they're supposed to if you leave them unsupervised? We need to keep an eye on them. That's how we make money. We can feed them and give them access to game. Everyone wins. To other topics. He's not showing any remorse. I feel it in my gut that he's gotta learn unless we graciously beat the fuck out of him. Chill, Zoo, chill. This isn't how we're supposed to serve justice. So how does the operation work? Okay. Dance, let's call the head of the foundation. I took out my Wachtel, opened the command window and dialed Nanette's number. Let's see what the head of this operation has to say about it. Hello there, GameDeck. Is this the moment you'd like me to return a favor? Let me question her. Tell me, I mean Nanette, what is Nanette's garden exactly? What do you do? It's a type of play therapy that combines work and fun. We rehabilitate kids from Low City by teaching them collaboration and empathy. Harvest Time is ideal for that. It's free, lets you work in the fresh air, experience nature, watch plants grow, even if only virtually. What's the headquarters? Where are the headquarters of Nanette's garden? I mean, Irialium, not Harvest Time. I rented a modest place. Okay, what about the hospital? I thought you had a hospital. Who's responsible for supervising? I am, obviously, but I entrusted Mr. Levski with Harvest Time division called Nanette's Garden. He's a very capable manager. I'm currently working on our next project, a cancer hospital. Too many sick children, too few sponsors. I don't have time for other things. I don't know if I trust her. Levski promised to take care of the kids and I thought he kept his word. The report shows his division is doing better and better. That's because he's cheating. Talked to him today. He admitted to playing as the sheriff to look after the kids this entire time, Harvest Time included. It seemed like a good idea to me. What about the finances? Absolutely not. After all, we financed a bigger part of the program ourselves. We donate couches, we send them Nutri-Fluid and game pills. We're foundation, not a company. She seems to be genuinely outraged by my question. I was a professional liar, so I would have known if she wasn't telling the truth. So she was. Thank you. Further questioning seems pointless. I could hear it in her voice that she had no idea what's going on. Okay. Listen to that. I'm in the mushroom right now. It's one of those 100-year-old structure abandoned by the builder of the polis. I know what mushrooms are. Well, have you found anything interesting there? Yeah, the headquarters of Nanette's garden. It's a dump, a stinky, clear, creepy slum. What? But how? I rented this nice place. The kids are being forced to grind for loot boxes constantly. It doesn't look good. I had no idea. This cannot go on. I'll take care of it right away. These children need care and attention. Just please don't inform the police. An official investigation could paralyze my foundation. I wouldn't be able to help those kids. I need to think about it. We have plenty of time to take care of this. I don't know. I need to understand the situation before I make a decision. Thank you for telling me this, GameDeck. I am once again asking you, please let me fix my mistake. Let me know when you decide. I beg you. Okay, so I'm back. Am I back with the kid? Let me tell him what I discovered. We've come here to solve your problem. The kids called us because they were miserable. And didn't they tell you they want to play more? Because usually they do. They have it better Harvest Time than they would on the streets. We all just want to make some money and escape poverty. They have symptoms, strange symptoms, pain, confusion, weakness. Do you think it's acceptable? Take a look inside the boxes. They're filled with supplements and all sorts of medicine. They wouldn't be able to work if they were sick. You little shit, you're taking advantage of those kids. What are you gonna pay for that? The foundation doesn't check on us and help us. No earnings, no doctor. That's why we discipline them. But of course, these fucking idiots took part of the money and hired a game deck. They are abusing stimulants. these children overusing pharmacological substance stimulants, and you're turning them into junkies. What exactly do you think they've been doing on the walkways, huh? At least here they only take game pill and some vitamins, no nasty stuff. Believe me, I'd noticed they wouldn't be able to work. What about speed boost? Well, we all use it sometimes. Why do you think nobody can beat the sheriff in a duel? Anyway, well, I beat you. The kids slack off, then use the cheat on themselves and their plans to catch up and make money. Well, we all gotta make a living. What did you say on themselves? But that accelerate the aging process. Adrenaline symptoms. Adelheim syndrome. Adelheim syndrome first detected by Stanley blah blah blah, who work on nanotronic virtual compression software into the game. Accelerate the player aging process as a result of introducing illegal virtual time compressing software in the game. The first victim was Bronislaw Adamski, he only lived 40 years, known in Dream Space as Bruno Aldheim, who showed strong symptoms of game addiction. In Adam's autopsy, he was determined that his biological age was around 95 despite the age of 40 being listed in the register. Developed the aforementioned cheat in implementing it Dream Space, which allow him to grow an impressive change of factory within 3 virtual decades. He became the wealthiest man in the game. In Realium, he was a poor bachelor who supported himself by selling Dream Space bonuses to wealthy players. The mechanism through which game time affected the player's temporal metabolism are still being examined. The hypotheses currently being explored include DNA telomere, shortening mitochondria, DNA aging, autoimmune mechanism, synapses. Okay, experiment on animal introduced into. Okay. So they age. What's the alternative? Starving in low city? Better to get old a little faster but actually get to live. I'll do scalpel. Adelheim's syndrome can have irreversible effects on children. Growth disorder, endocrine gland disorder. It could be disastrous for them. They can experience lifelong chronic pain. They'll get old much faster. Blah blah blah. At least they'll be happier. They'll actually have something that's there. Okay, let's decide what to do. I'm not sure, Chief. Apparently neither the sheriff nor Leanne is behind all of this. Who is then? Yeah, I knew neither. Could this punk be the boss here? How do you make sure they're safe? Regardless of whatever the fuck you think, you don't have a choice. If you call the police, these kids will end up in juvies or walk away. I would say the latter. You're going to leave them alone in Low City. They'll be much worse off than here. Kid smiled cheekily. No. Gangway Hound. Oh shit, I could have taken control of the farm. Oh well, so let Nanette take care of it. I'll call the foundation. I'm sure Nanette will take care of the children if she gives them her attention, that is. Right, they'll be taken care of. I was starting to feel like a hero, but then I realized that I don't know anything about kids. Good call. Alright, Chief. I'll sense them. Can open a private window and shows the number. His lips started to move, but I couldn't hear anything. Kid headed for the exit. Where do you think you're going, punk? You're one of responsible for this whole mess. So what? I'm a minor. You wouldn't do anything to a minor, would you? Oh, I would. How about we fuck him up anyway, Chief? Introduce him to the holy punishing hand of justice. I'm itching to beat the crap out of him. I won't shoot him. Let him run away. I'm not the hand of justice. My job was to solve a mystery, not to punish anyone. Get lost, punk. My job has to solve the mystery, not to punish anyone. That's up to him. Most of them weren't open. Let's scan. It was charity. The Nanette Foundation donated them to free of charge. Judging from the delivery, they were always collected by Mr. Levski. Right. Will it be fine from now on? Yes. We won't get locked out anymore. Can we still play together? Are they going to kick us out of here? They aren't, right? Sir, what will happen to us now? Who's going to take care of us? Nanette will take care of you. But can we stay together here? Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm not so cool. Yeah. Okay, that was the outcome. Am I back to my apartment? Oh,
It's
I have
good to see you.
Good evening, you two. Welcome home. The time is perfect. Temperature normal. Can mid-place. She's my
It's good to finally meet
majordom.
you in real life.
She's cool chief. Kanzu. He's been the most efficient attacker. He knows everything about me. Intellectual personality. Great choice, chief. Want a drink? Sure. Whiskey, beer. Let's offer beer. Yeah, we need to rinse our neuron. I said our chief. Did you notice those 2 trippy girls in TNP? The ones that were chatting people up? They seem strange, so I talked to them. It turns out they were recruiting people to a clan in a different game. Wait, it gets better. This clan believe in some crazy ass stuff. They're also obsessed with the number 314. Is it like pi multiplied by 100? I think they're a cult. What's up with 314? At first I thought it was just a reference to the number pi, but there's more to it, chief. I gotta say it gives me the creep. You know, it's like whenever I see this number or even hear anything about it, something happens. Don't fucking laugh at me. Go ahead, Doc. Worth investigating, right? That's what I thought. Cause you know, chief, I kind of believe there's might be something mystical going on here. It's like when I see 314, I feel like a sign that was put there especially for me, like I was special. Strange, isn't it? What if the clan knows that I'm interested in them and they reprogrammed my cocktail and my lenses? Worth investigating. Did anyone hire you? Not really, I'm working on my own. You do know that game decks get hired, discuss their remuneration with the clients and only then begin their investigation, right? This one's an exception. Well, the second exception. The first was harvest time. I hired myself to find out who killed my career. Somebody got to find the culprit. Are you in, chief? Yeah, I'll help you. Alright, this might be too difficult for you to handle on your own. Will be like Kutabad's team, but in Realium and in all other game worlds. Let's ask more about the clan. They're called the Hon clan. Apparently Hon means book. It's their emblem, a book in front of a tree. They play MMO, keep talking about meditation, observation and stuff like that. Okay. As soon as those girls realized I had money, they told me I was special and that my spiritual past leads to the clan. Suspicious, huh? Yep. What about the tree? Well, I'm not sure yet, but I'm really interested in finding out. You see, this goddamn tree is what somebody used to destroy my career. They're never specific about the tree. It's some kind of artifact. Apparently it only appeared once in a while. It's a big deal for them. They say the tree gives them the truth and inspiration and sends some signal thing. Kinda. Why it piqued his interest? During that game, you know, when I rage quit, those fucking trolls weren't the only thing I saw in that space rip. There was also a tree. I mean, what was that about, right? But when I heard that the clan worship a tree of knowing, I figured it might help me understand. I did some online search and turns out their sacred tree of knowing look exactly like the one I saw. That's what my lead, chief. Okay, stop talking. What about your esport career, as in God Band players? Well, you need to be a bit of a masochist. When the pain is at 10, it's like being operated on without anesthesia. At 15, some players start tripping when the endorphin kicks in. I can go as far as 19. It's hard to describe. Heaven, hell, both at once. They say Peter Crash Kite can go up to 20 thanks to meditation and some other wizardry. Me, I like to feel everything. It turns me on. It looks like you know yourself. You can lie to others, but not to yourself, Chief. Talk about Bliss. You like my Bliss? Go on, ask her question. Alright, Bliss, what's more real, matter or information? Matter is a catch-all that describes an illusion. The reality is but an emanation of mathematical rules. Particles are mathematics. It's all information. Can't put his hand. She's brilliant. Let's have a drink. Oh, another one. I'm not sure if I can drive my snowmobile after those drinks. We can take a taxi. Good idea. I need to follow a certain clue tomorrow morning. I'll pick up the vehicle first thing. Can't finish talking before I manage to cut. Ah, damn it. I should have asked more before drinking. Oh well. With every new day came new challenges. Ken wanted to meet and talk about his case. We hadn't discussed this time and playthrough. Let's ask this. Ken wanted to meet and talk. Okay. I have 4. Okay.
Hi, I'm Barry Scott, and I'm calling you about fixing restrictions in your homo-relium life. When you leave the game, are you tired of others in your home
I got
taking
a
up
text
too much
from Ken.
space in their
Hi,
couches?
no idea why
Well,
turn
never
off
fear,
your
we have
walktail.
the
What are you, a
solution here.
Stegosaurus?
Introducing the
Let's meet at Yeti coming tonight.
stool
It's
takes
low,
up
really low.
75%
The roof
less space
of
than the couch.
Undercity.
You simply
I'll be
put the
waiting
stool
for
in
you.
the corner of a
I
room,
came across
prop
something
the user
interesting,
up
but
against
no
the
point
two
taking
walls, and
talking
away they
about now
go.
since you're
Same
not there.
helmet and
See ya.
infusion fluid, shrub
I
than a
didn't
big
know what
bulky
he
machine. The
meant,
fluids are
but
just in a
saying
bag
that my
under the
walktail
door.
was off
Fix
couldn't
those
just sense me,
homo-relium life
but sent a
problems
text
one at a
instead.
time
It
with
was strange.
Solutions. Terms and conditions and help from supplier. If you give back pain, we do not accept liability.
Warsaw
Please
City,
remember
my
the details.
policy. It's time to face reality. Right. Anything new?
Breaking news.
Outrage at Nanette's foundation. The founder of the organization, Nanette, is suspected of forcing children into slave labor. This has been Warsaw City News. Your source. Oh shit. He's forced. Okay. Hey, Bliss. Alright. Let's see if I have anything else on the computer. Let's go to game. Void Stars. I checked my account. Browse my fleet. The beautiful view. Finally, the latest, more gorgeous. Okay, there's nothing else to. What about Twisted and Perverted? I received some advertisement. Discount on skin. Morning Killer. Standard, what do you think? Okay. New blades. We love the smell of blood in the morning. Okay. What about harvest time? Sheriff, you want to. Deputy, you took it upon yourself to wear the star symboling Committee of High Rock. If you don't show up in town within the next 3 days, your star will be forfeit. Okay. Rancher, we're writing out of concern. Your uncle left you a farm, a nice piece. Yeah, blah blah blah. I won't go back. Your cows are crying. Okay. Mail. Professor Loke. Dear sir, if you're interested in my research, was more than misguided politeness. I didn't read on. I sent a polite reply to the tune of duty calls, time is short. and wished him all the best. Rusty ad. By joining our guild, you've agreed to receive our email, which is why this went right into the spam folder. Bob Zappa. Thank you for your help, brother. I'm happy my wife isn't wallowing in this filth. I guess I should feel relieved, but something keeps nagging me. To tell you the truth, I suspect she's having an affair. I guess you should talk to a psychiatrist, huh? Anyway, thanks and sorry to bother you, Bob. From Nanette, I would like to thank you again for handling the Foundation case. I assure you that I am wholeheartedly committed to repairing all the damage. Did she mean that? I reply with a few encouraging sentences. I hope you wouldn't. Okay. No more mails. The net, nothing. Games, nothing. Back. Okay. I'm done here. Anything new in the news? Entering an area of immortality. Well, it's sure that BLB are quite expensive. Let's see this. My virtual couch. Okay, there's nothing. The door. Okay, go to Low City. Yes. Alright, I'm going to Low City. Captain, the case can't be that simple. But it is, Core. The boy was shot. With all due respect, sir, but these beacons don't make mistakes. Well, this one did. If that's true, you realize what kind of position this puts us in?
You're not supposed to be here.
Cornelia, this man, this
Who let you
Kenzu,
in?
what's his name? Yes, Kenzu, he's dead. Nothing will change that. What do you mean? Did I waste time? I understand, Captain. What you need to understand is that closing the case this way will reflect badly on our organization. That's neither your business nor responsibility, Sergeant Delia. Captain, there's a doctor here. His name is Pax, and he wants to... What? You don't need to dipshit that dipshit here. Sergeant Delia, we'll return to this later. I'm coming, Grandma. Outrangers. What? Who is dead? He was killed? Where could it be? Let me tell you, there's no real men anymore. No, there aren't, Emily, unless we're talking about the Outranger. Oh yeah, there are Supermen. I wish I knew one. Well, now's your chance, because I've invited a real green one. You didn't. Lieutenant Adams, you can stop hiding now. Please join us. Oh wow, a real Rangers. Please have a seat. But do sit next to me. God, look at that armor. It's getting hot in here, isn't it? Hey there, stud. Hello, ladies. Lieutenant, please tell us a little about yourself. You can start with your address, Wilma. Have you looked at the man? Okay, where do I start? The Outrangers are a paramilitary organization started in 2073. A bit less historical, a bit more personal, please. Emily, it's an international organization working in close cooperation with the Mutation Control Center. We are trained and prepared to penetrate areas beyond the ABB. Penetrate, interesting. I have to argue with you on this one, Emily. Usually we fly over the jungle. I can give you my address if you still... Yes, please. Okay, they fucked. I don't have any of those. Can I get any? Not this, not this, not this. Not this. Not this, not this, not this. Can't get anything. Let's ask about Ken. You mentioned the name Kenzu. Yes, I knew him. I'm very sorry. If your family member will keep you posted. Kanzu was my co-worker. He accompanied me in my last couple of cases. I had to find out what happened to him. I cannot disclose any information to third party. I'm sorry. I'm a game deck. Good for you. We're in Raelium. Okay, so now I can get the educator.
We can't just close the case. Not like this. Laws and regulations are there for a reason.
Do I get Hiru Hamalu? Who are you? Muddy Rain, what's next? Freaking bad? God damn it. And from the Muddy Rain emerges an angel and says, I'm GAMEDEC. Do you want to cross the fence? There is a way, you know. You could become my expert. Why do you need an expert? Oh, wow, it seems people do still care about the needs of others in this foul world. But don't worry about me, GameDeck. Think about how you can make your life easier. Tools. I'll give you access to everything you need. Don't count on the tools. They don't want to cooperate. An informal name of the outranger used in the lower level as the police. Of the police multisensory ink. Okay. Who are you? I'm an insurance agent. The deceased one insured, you see. I didn't know. What do you want in return? Everything has a price. What do you want in return? Nothing. Time is money, friend. You want to go in there and I want to leave as soon as possible. We can help each other. Okay, let's go. I'm in. Great. I'll just upload your permission there. Now I would appreciate if you confirmed my hypothesis. It was just an accident, got it? Don't agents usually try to prove anything other than an accident? A suicide, mental illness? Why do you want it to be an accident? Not every agent acts for the benefit of the insurance company, my friend. Don't worry about it unless you want trouble. Okay, so now I can pass. Okay, I took care of it. As my hired expert, you're officially authorized to investigate this case. You can come in. Nah, I'm in.
Laws and regulations are there for a reason.
Yeah, what are you doing here? I said I can't get you in. I felt a dull pain in my head again. Maybe I can take care of this. Let him talk. I made an inviting gesture. Are you feeling okay? Thank you for asking. I haven't been getting much sleep lately. Beside that, I'm good, thanks. Before she could answer, an upcoming message noticed sound. The woman looked at the infolia and studied, concerned for a moment. You have great timing. I've just received your paper permits and everything else. What's your name? What's it to you, pal? I didn't choose my name or my surname. It's from Rejuvenation era. I guess it's fine, but I hate Cordelia. It was my grandma's name. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it. Okay, I opened renewal area, socioeconomic movement that followed the Great Temporal Crash. Ask about his death. What's your hypothesis? Why did you hear the story the captain is trying to shove down our throat? That's speaking bullshit. Why do you think it's bullshit? Because it doesn't really add up, and even if, I can't stress this enough, even if it did, it would be damn harmful to us. Why is this hypothesis harmful? Who's responsible for the maintenance of these beacons? We are. If it turns out we're overlooked a glitch, we're screwed. Okay. Is he obstructing? The woman's face turned grey. She made quick. I didn't say anything of the sort. I'm sure the captain is acting according to the application. I know this gesture. I smiled to myself. She was recording our conversation. Okay. You flew here with an entire unit. Is there anything I should know? I should know about it? I wouldn't call us a unit yet. We still need to work some things out, and I'm not sure. What about the captain's demons? Captain struggled with his own demon. Let's keep this between you and me, but he's been acting really weird. Works used to be the most important thing for him now. Bitten, organophobia. It's just a hunch, but it seems as though he's struggling between his duty and emotion. No, not like that. He seems conflicted between service and family. But I may be wrong. I'm not telepath. Either way, something eating up him and said. The drone operator is using an expensive gen skin. Can Outranger even use those? They can. It's actually safer that way, and yes, it's terribly expensive. I've never seen one like this before. Okay, so I have a lot of stuff to check. Organophobia, bitten, embezzled, gen skin alpha. Alright. A sexual disorder whose main component is being repulsed by the thought of having organic sexual partner. An organophobe achieves sexual gratification by engaging in sexual intercourse with virtual characters who have been visually modified using AR technology. Okay. How am I going to find anything here? Skin alpha. At least tell me what it is. Oh, I'm starting to get really pissed off of this game. Fuck you, I don't want to read. Okay, he was shot, that's certainly, but not by a beacon. Okay. And shot himself, nobody shot anyone, gunshot hypothesis. Okay, we need to collect more information.
A civilian. What do you want?
Sorry, you're interfering with my duty. Oh, this is good. Just make it a bit sexier. Mac, Mr. Brute line was a bit rough. You're interfering with my... The woman flexed as she was advertising a new brand of slimming cream. Investigation. Was that good? Ma'am, we don't talk like that. That would be unprofessional. That was amazing. I'd even ask you to lower your voice to a sensual alto, but they'll moan about it, because Miss Brute is a different timbre. What the hell is going on? These people are interfering with my duties. We're not interfering, we're doing field research for biopic. And it's making me uncomfortable. The model poses. It's making me uncomfortable. Can you help me, Mr. GameDeck? Fuck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Side with the tank ready. Can't you see she'd had enough of you? Give her a break and I'm sure you'll get better footage. Now sure, you might be right. Come on Mac, let's step away and discuss the set design. I've got 2 new ideas. Alright boss. Thanks pal.
What is it?
How do you think Ken died? Ah shit, I don't know, but it wasn't the beacon. The cat may know something. It got access to a part of my psyche from which I'm currently separated. A cat? I cannot get them back. I'd like to take a look at those beacons, is that okay? MCC beacon are serious gear scanner weapon AI. You have to be authorized to tinker with them. Okay. Search it. I reached inside the can, trying not to touch its sticky edge. I failed. Just below the top layer I reached some sticky liquid, probably the same stuff that ran down the side of the bin. Reach deeper. I plunged the tips of my finger, finally one metal object. Take it. I pulled out the metal object and wiped the slime off. It was a Medibot battery. That got me interested. Do you know about it? Yes, garbage can. When I first started I also happened to search through a couple of those. I thought to myself as a bit detective back then, you know. I even licked the floor once, no kidding. I opened something but I don't know why and what anymore. Fuck this. They must arrive in it on the pilot seat. Trophy chest. Break the lock. I tried to pry it open like they did in old Holo movies. Something clicked, the light on the box lit, and the alarm went off. An unauthorized encapsulation attempt has been detected. Warning, possible environmental contamination. Content decontamination procedure initiated. The box hissed. If it were preparing a cocktail, the indicator lit up and I heard the muffled sound of an explosion coming from the inside. If there was an evidence inside, I must destroy it. Look through the window. Fresh air. Okay. Trash can. Inspect. Don't think about it, it's a waste of time. Push it. I found nothing and I got an achievement. Flush all trash can in Fallen Heroes. The malfunctioning MCC beacon has been dragged down to the pavement and was clumsily swaying and drifted. Don't even think about it. Civilians can't mess around with beacons. Right. Check out the offer. I wonder what that piece of junk could offer me. Information. I locked Gaia. A planet in the Sigma system terraformed by Freck Noir Heavy Industry, the only globe that has been successfully terraformed by humankind. Emigration to Gaia is currently ongoing. Citizens leaving Earth hope that on Gaia they will find better employment opportunity and healthier natural environment. Welcome. Yeah, check out the offer. Please no tourist console belong. It's the same. Okay, leave. Okay, before I go there. Sidewalk graffiti was not common sign. That one was made with permanent paint, so the color stayed vivid despite attempted heavy. Cracker, look for access. In places such as this, their so-called harmonic oscillation and certain waves are close to zero. They are the gate. Sounds like magic, but as an old man Clark used to say, I gained access to devices connected to the city Raystick network. Bizarre name. Take a closer look. Under a large inscription, they say analyze it. There was a smaller one. The end of iteration is near. Was it really? Please. That was how ward drivers marked the city system control network they had opened. I issued some command and the system displayed all surveillance drone within its range. Ward driving. I don't know what to look for, to be honest. Oh, I got this Mobrius. The new Alpha Gen skin made by Zoenet Labs entered the market yesterday, and although conceptually the Gen skins are basically high-end Mobriums, seeing as the Alpha connect living tissue to mechanical part and are able to perfectly mimic a human being, they have already become that which normal Gen skins are to Mobriums. To put it briefly, Alphas are the rari among Gen skins, at least according to the manufacturer. What is it then that makes them so special? First, living tissues has a greater... Oh, this is too big. I don't care. I don't care right now. I'll care about it later. At the end of the game, I'm gonna read the entire codex. Because this shit is driving me crazy. That you unlock something and you can't find it. Can't they just add something like, oh, it's here, like, exclamation mark, this is new, this is new, this is new. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'll read the entire codex at the end. Rami Pantalon Outranger. It's probably belong to Rama. Okay, this one. I issue some commands. Okay. Let's leave. I got some code. Oh, this is the director. I was Genoid, a female-shaped humanoid. The newest model by the Interscope Corporation. Green lips and green makeup. Hard to say if it was real. Looked like she was posing to a micro camera. Are you a robot? Excuse me, I am human. My brain is sitting on the belly of this beautiful Mobrius. But I understand your confusion. Who are you? Don't know me? How embarrassing. Meg Bohr, actress, the first model to pose in Mobrium. Okay, she's an actress. I'm here because of that guy's death. Did you see? Did you know anything? No, Martin told me something cool was happening in our city. I could do research on my role, so we came. Poor guy, he was already dead. What about the Outrangers? Interesting question. Until now, I thought they were just nature-loving simpletons that take technology. But get this, the famous troublemaker Rama Martin of Sydneyland is one of them. That guys know how to party. See for yourself. I have his code. She blinked. Candle in the mantle. She blinked her metallic eyelid and... Okay.
Yes, I am that famous director. No, I don't have a role for you.
He kept looking around impatiently, filming the filmmakers. How long have you been here? Well, a while. Still shouldn't come sooner. That's why we're here, actually. That big green Mobrium and the Outranger inside it. Can you tell me something about her? Tancred? Fascinating story. Could make for a great Holo movie. We're getting ready to film a feature on her. That's why we're here. Problem is, she has therapeutic programs that activate upon feeling strong emotions. Then she became hard to talk to. Made small talk about art and weather. Darkness, rain, the ruins of Warsaw below us. Great setting for a horror movie, right? Damn right. Don't have to change anything really, but it's always been that way. The story matters more than the scenery. Unlocked AI. I wanna read about AI. Artificial intelligence is everywhere around us, in customer support specialists, in guides that shows us around museum, even in obi coins that speak to us as a caring illusion. People often mistake AI with actual humans. Why is it like that? Let's hear what Professor Logan Ramsey from the Warsaw School of Applied Psychoneurology has to say about this. Professor? Artificial intelligence simply did not exist in the environment in which Homo sapiens developed. Therefore, we have no choice but to anthropomorphize the bots that smiles at us. When we see lively facial expression, we automatically assume they're the result of emotions and intentions. That's why we treat AI like humans. However, there is a profound difference between a human and an artificial intelligence pretending to be one. Is it really that profound? Oh yes. Would you care to? Yes, I'll explain. Humans are self-aware beings. They know they exist. It doesn't matter whether you're an organic, a zoonet, or a diginet. That is, whether you have a full body or only a brain, organic or synthetic. Awareness is your own existing is extremely important. Does that mean that even the most popular advanced artificial intelligence is not aware that it exists? From a metaphysics point of view, it does not. And that means when you look at your hand, your leg, or your reflection in the mirror, you think, I am. Artificial intelligence won't do that. But AIs have sensory organs. They see cameras, listen with sensor, which constitute the next major difference. What is it? Imagine being in a completely soundproof room with no windows inside. There are huge books with instruction. If a card with a specific Chinese sign slides into the room through a special slot, you need to respond with a different specific sign from the 1,000 also stored in the room. Should we assume that I don't know Chinese? Correct. You don't know what the character means. Suddenly, 3 cards with 3 signs slides into the room. You suspect there are people outside, but you can't hear or see them. You look at the sign, memorize the order in which they slid in, then browse the instruction and realize that such Chinese sentence or word, you cannot tell which is which, has 10 different possible responses. Since you have no idea what they're asking you, or even whether they're actually asking you, just saying hi, you pick randomly and answer with a sequence of signs of your choice. The people outside. They might be amused, they might be outraged, they might not. You won't see that. The answer with another 10 signs. So you browse the instruction again and respond accordingly. With no clue about the meaning of the word, I answer to or with. Yes, after a year of this conversation, you've memorized most of the instructions and you're able to quickly respond to all sorts of sequence of signs, but you will still have no idea what you're talking about. Very interesting. This is the so-called Chinese room and thought experiment that demonstrate how artificial intelligence works. Their facial expressions, tone of voice, words and gesture are just cards. They slide through a slot without realizing what they mean. They're nothing more than memorized pattern of response to the cards we slide into their room. That is our words, gesture and faces. Unfortunately, artificial intelligence does not assign meaning to the word it utters or gesture it performs. Neither does it understand what we say. Somehow that's scary. Sadly, AIs are nothing more than the Chinese room I described. Incredible. And, as we established earlier, we don't even know they exist. Yep. That's what the good read about AI. That's basically how AI works. We have a shortage of stories that don't take... Advertisement drawn. Bored with your existence, not getting enough sunlight in lower level. Treat yourself to a trip to Ecolog Bio Estate and enjoy the warm sunshine of the entire day. The Bio Estate are located within IBBs. Eat nature medal, touch natural material, discover exotic art flora. The Ecolog Bio Estate are not responsible for any complication caused by intense contact with nature. Pray learn more of the project. Let's analyze. In between ads, I noticed the post of a diginet I once met. Turn to the diginet. Hey, I know you're watching me. Hello. Did you see what happened here? Random encounter. I got an achievement. Meet the DigiNet industry. You know that I don't perceive the world the same way others. I don't really understand it. It's unclear to me what happened here. It was as if this man fell from the sky. Oh no, more like I can't explain. The taste of cherries, the grayness of dying, I don't know. Can I get access to the drone? Anything for you, GameDeck. Here you go. What are you watching? The handsome outranger. Ever since I regained my freedom, I like to watch different men, honey bunny. He's sweet and all, but so are others. Yes. Let's bombard Tancred with information. I open list of available ads and pick the subsequence that might alter Tancred emotional state. The positive set. I confirm the set of ads are directed the signal straight to Tancred brain. Mutation Control Center Beacon. What is Zeitgeist? An AI-equipped guard that protects us from mutated plants and animals. Packet. I had to find the right name. I scored the data in search of signatures that fit the beacon. A few caught my eyes. Let's leave for now. We go back. What was this again? Actually, if it was related to this.
I'm trying to stay level-headed here.
Oh
What is
shit.
it now?
Oh shit, I should have bombarded him with negative feelings. Negative set. Negative set. Okay, is it Ling or Tank GR? I'll go with Ling. 47. This one. I entered the name and got the Medibot frequency. To reset it, I had to overload its system. And to do that, I need adequate network resources. Let's use private resource. I connected to the apartment and open up the list of available devices. I could use their processing power to mount an attack. Computer. Since then, all the processing power served one goal only, sending signal to my target. I waited impatiently. I overloaded the system, my own system, unfortunately. Maybe I should have went with the city. More resources with high processing power. I thought the city retail system network. I just had to gain access to it. Okay, I need to gain access to the city thing.
Weather's beautiful, isn't it?
Uh-huh. A semi-transparent cat appeared at the Mobrium feet and started licking its paw. I had to be another projection. Hello there. You mean that technology? Dual mask therapy. Sorry, Professor, but could you tell us again how exactly this... Was it so hard to just point anytime I unlock something? How exactly this therapy work? I have to admit I didn't quite understand your explanation. Oh, pardon me, I always go too fast and my students get confused. I'm not your student, sir. No, that's a pity. So about this therapy, yes, two-mask therapy is the latest creation of the Ease Your Mind company, EYM for short. It's been developed exclusively for the owners of mobriums. And to be perfectly honest, I'm skeptical about this solution. You said that already, sir. I would like to explain how it works. Yes, sorry. Two-mask therapy is offered to people who have experienced severe psychological trauma and suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder. EYM has built a program and rather a therapeutic game that reaches quite deep into the patient's psyche. Could you say more? Yes, the basic rule of therapy says that it should allow the client of the patient to deal with the reality, together with the challenges, stress, and problems on their own. They should be able to maintain a certain balance between regression and aggression, which means regression is a return to childish behavior. But isn't that healthy? It is, but not when you face with an important decision. This is not the time for thumb-sucking and daydreaming. You know what I mean? I do. Now then, aggression is the opposite of regression. Excessive stress that leads to an unhealthy confrontation, such as inflicting pain on yourself or other. What does it have to do with two-mask therapy? Well, two-mask control the client's stress level. As long as it's optimal, they don't intervene, but as soon as its value crosses a minimum or maximum threshold, one of the two masks is activated. The patient can only choose their name and appearance. Everything else is controlled by the program. And how does it work? Well, let's assume the patient's stress level has exceeded the maximum threshold. The corresponding mask, let's call it Bobby, activates. And three things happen. First of all, the person talking to the patient begins to see Bobby. That's a clear sign that the therapeutic program has been activated. Secondly, the patient consciousness is transferred to a mini virtualium, where they learn how to deal with excessive stress in controlled conditions. It's like a combat training room. So we could say that the patients get switched off, yes and no. Bobby is a program that synchronizes with certain area of the patient's psyche. This way, the person talking to a patient can receive clear signal about what led to them switching off. That's exactly what concerned me about this therapeutic program. Those Bobbies can act quite strangely. Instead of explaining what caused stress to the patient, they make people around them uncomfortable. Still, it's the clients that go through the therapy, not the people around them. It's not that simple. The patient's family could be in pain too. Besides, Bobbies sometimes break through the volitional area of the psyche and start to manipulate their interlocutors. Personally, I advance against this kind of therapy, and I don't know why Uniformed Service, the Outrangers to be specific, have decided to purchase this program. They are better well-tested options. Well, because Bobbies can take the form of animated animals. Maybe because EYM has won the tender of tanking the price. You said that the program has been developed exclusively for the owners of mobriums. Why is that? Because of the mini virtualia. Only owners of the mobriums can switch off in the middle of a walkway and almost immediately enter virtualium. Organic need couches for that. That's fair. But what does the second Bobby do? The one that activates due to excessive regression. When the second Bobby activates, the patient enters a virtualium where they can't grow up and face challenge while remaining in a pleasant state of regression, in a nutshell. Well, I like what I'm hearing. You've convinced me. I don't like it at all. Believe me, you shouldn't mess around with a person's psyche at such a deep level as Two Mask does. It reminds me of the case from the game called Abyss. I don't advise it. Yeah. This is some serious psych hacking shit. So he unlocked Behemoth. Ask about Ken's death. I was told you know something about Ken's death, is that right? My friend, you come here for a favor without even a drop of booze or any respect for the rule of quid pro quo. How rude. I think you're a reasonable person, someone who could help Tancred with my assistance. For that, we need the function key from her mobrium. If you were to stumble upon it and bring it back, I'd be grateful. I mean, Tancred would be grateful, of course. Function key. Pat and search on mother mobrium. Listen, I'm kind of a newbie when it comes to Mobrium, so you and most people, it's a new technology. Not that new, it's like, what, 2 years old? And how many Mobriums have you seen so far? I don't know, 10, 15, maybe 20? And do you have any friends in Mobriums? Well, no, that's why I asked you a question. Mobriums normally have vegetative software, right? Just like humans, our nervous system is divided into central, peripheral, and vegetative subsystems. The last one is responsible for blood pressure control, breathing, pulse, temperature, digesting, and so on. A Mobrium's vegetative system controls the temperature of the joints, stress, battery, power consumption, etc. Right, and then there's the safe software and the apps that connects the content of the safe. That is the brain of the Rendant with the Mobrium, yes? Correct. And you said you're a newbie. Well, I still don't know what that thing does. What was its name? The function key? Oh, that's actually quite simple. If you don't like something about the software, settings, etc., you can use this simple tool instead of messing with the crystal. You just insert it into the slot and gain access to all of the Mobrium's function and programs. Everything presented in a simple menu. So you don't even need coding experience. Making changes is really easy. I thought the Mobrium's user had their menu sort of the inside and can do everything from it within it. They can say you're a newbie again and I'll smack you. Well, I still have a question, don't I? I guess you do. The function key is a backup tool, you know, in case the internal menu ever failed. It's more a hardware based than software based. Really, generally most Mobrium's users don't use them. Some don't even know they have them. They never take them out of their thigh compartments. The producers always send you 2 pairs just in case. So when do you use them? In 2 scenarios. First, your internal menu doesn't work. You just insert the key in the slot, then restore and fix whatever you need. Second, your Mobrium jams, break, or freeze. Can that happen? Anything can happen. In such case, your friend takes the key from your thigh compartment, insert it, perform a reset, and that's it. You're good backup. So this key allow him to have pseudo access and to backup. Where can I find it? Maybe it's one of the compartments in her Mobriums. I'm not sure. You see, I don't have access to that part of her mind. I only know she doesn't have it on her. Must have lost it somewhere. He licked his paw and looked at me, turning his head. His pupils dilated. In that moment, he reminds me of a small helpless kitchen. Didn't I get it from here? Basic systems for code names. There have to be a way to identify them. Code names. Many hackers died to bring us this information. Kidding, of course. The first, of course, okay. First 3 digits turn out to be the city level. You know, 348, 58. Useful hint, the lower inhabited levels, the so-called roof of the undercity is number 47. So you know that. The following 2-3 letter is the device codename. For example, lit, lantern, infoil, holotron, tin, walkway, neo, MDM, pay, path, dead, advertising, drone. Seriously, probably. Okay, if I come any of those, I'll look. A few boring digits. The last 2 numbers are important because the police level are divided into quadrants. If you want to hack a device near you, you need to know what quadrants you are in, and the last 2 digits represent this. At the very end, you have codes that tell you the device requirement, an operator or not. Link, maintenance free, UU unknown user, XXX device hacking for real. Okay, cool. So I should have read this before checking the other robot. Anyway. I'm on level 47. This kind of obvious knowledge. NPC, KGS.
I'm creating art here.
This seems like a perfect time for a drink.
Alright, check technical specification. Long range scanner, high quality camera and microphone. Quantum noses capable of differentiating 4 trillion smell. Check technical name. I opened the device. The beacon technical name was 47 MCC Tank GR. Okay. Go on registry. Remove battery. There are very user-friendly devices. I studied the manual engraving of the armor. Press the sensor. Wait for the panel to begin the game. Emergency system shut down. Okay. I remove the battery.
This seems like a perfect time for a drink.
That's it.
Laws and regulations are there for a reason.
Okay. So I think there's no. I think there's nothing else except to check the body for now, and I'll do that next time. Alright, I will do that next time. Fuck, Lulu is dead and we need to check what's up. Alright, let's save. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye.